Do you know Raja Parikshit, the grandson of Arjun and son of Abhimanyu, died due to the effects of Kali Yuga? Save this thread. Such threads don't come often. This thread will keep you hooked till the end. Raja Parikshit, a descendant of the Pandavas, was a virtuous king who ruled Hastinapur after the Mahabharata war, and when Pandavas left for their final journey, he was the grandson of Arjuna and the son of Abhimanyu. His life and death are significant in Hindu history, marking the advent of Kali Yuga. Raja Parikshit was known for his wisdom, courage, and devotion to Dharma. Under his rule, the kingdom prospered, and he upheld justice and righteousness. He was a wise king and ensured that Kali Yuga did not have much influence in his kingdom. One day Parikshit traveled through his kingdom. He came across a deeply distressing sight. In the middle of a road, a majestic bull stood trembling, weak, and bleeding. The bull, who once stood proudly on 4 strong legs, now wobbled on just 1. Nearby, a cow, frail and frightened, shed tears of sorrow. The ground beneath her was dry and cracked, symbolizing her pain. As Parikshit observed this heart-wrenching scene, he noticed a dark and sinister figure attacking the helpless animals with a club. The figure, dressed as a king but emanating an aura of sin and deceit, was none other than Kali, the personification of the age of Kali Yuga, the age of darkness, greed, and irreligion. Furious at this injustice, King Parikshit immediately drew his sword. "Who dares to harm these innocent creatures in my kingdom?" he thundered. The Kali paused, startled, and turned toward Parikshit. The bull, gasping for breath, addressed the king. The bull introduced himself as Dharma. He explained, "I once stood firmly on 4 legs, representing truth, compassion, austerity, and purity. But as the ages passed, my legs have been cut down one by one. In this age of Kali Yuga, only truth remains, and even that is under attack." The cow, who represented Bhumi Devi, added, "O king, I am weeping because I can no longer provide nourishment and prosperity as I once did. Greed and sin have corrupted humanity, and my resources are exploited without care." Parikshit, his heart filled with both sorrow and rage, turned to Kali. "You wretch! How dare you bring such suffering to these sacred beings? Your presence is not welcome in my kingdom." Seeing the king's anger and knowing he could not escape, Kali fell at Parikshit's feet and begged for mercy. "O righteous king," he said, "it is not my choice to be here. My time has come, as ordained by the divine. Please allow me a place to reside, for I cannot exist without a dwelling." Parikshit, though enraged, was also compassionate and bound by Dharma. He decided to spare Kali's life, but imposed strict conditions. Parikshit, respecting Dharma, allowed Kali to reside in places associated with sin, such as gambling, drinking, and violence. Later, he also permitted Kali to reside in gold, symbolizing greed and corruption. Kali took place in crown of Parikshit. During one of his hunts, King Parikshit became extremely thirsty and entered the hermitage of Rishi Shamika. The sage was in deep meditation and did not respond to the king's requests for water. Angered by what he perceived as disrespect, Maharaj Parikshit lost his cool because he was under the influence of Kali, as Kali was residing in his crown. Parikshit placed a dead snake around the sage's neck as a form of insult. When the rishi's son, Shringan, learned of this incident, he was enraged. He cursed Raja Parikshit to die within 7 days, bitten by Takshaka, the king of snakes. Parikshit accepted the curse with humility and prepared for his death. He renounced his kingdom and sat on the banks of the Ganges to perform penance and listen to Bhagavata Purana. The great sage Shukadeva narrated the Bhagavata to him, teaching the king about devotion, the nature of the soul, and the glory of Vishu. On the 7th day, as prophesied, Takshaka came in the guise of a Brahmin and bit Raja Parikshit. The venom was so potent that the king instantly perished, and his body was reduced to ashes. This marked a turning point, as it symbolized the full onset of Kali Yuga.